Welcome to the Lions Coaching Show. Tonight we are sitting outside of Leander High School. You can see the gym in the background. We want to thank our sponsors for tonight. We have Sharks Burger and Marcos. They are helping out tonight. And we have our trunk or treat, so that's why we're sitting out here. We're going to check out a lot of the costumes and the kids running around, and we'll get to all the Halloween talk in just a few minutes. We want to thank our platinum sponsors, 5 Star Civil Construction, Funk.com, Plains Capital Bank, and Right Fit Admissions Consulting. Coach Price is sitting in.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you guys as well.
So let's go straight. We're here for trunk or treat. Are you a big Halloween guy?
I am a big Halloween guy. It's a fun holiday to celebrate, especially if you have kids. And this event tonight is special for the Leander community. So it's awesome to see everybody getting out and getting candy and those things. So it's exciting.
So tell us what the football team is doing. What is the trunk or treat for those who aren't familiar with it? Describe it for them and what the players are doing.
Yeah, sure. The trunk or treat is a community event. A lot of our clubs and athletic groups get together and fill up coaches' cars or parents' cars with as much candy as it can hold, and the entire community is invited to go from club to club, group to group, and collect candy. Kids get to dress up in their Halloween costumes. Our football players are out here tonight. We have guys from every group out here helping us out. Our varsity group is having a little dinner and going to celebrate some of the guys we're going to have speaking tonight. Our freshmen and JV are currently manning our trunks and passing out candy to community members, and then our varsity guys will go get in on that as soon as this the podcast is over. So
yeah, and this is a great way for the kids to be involved in the school, kind of a school spirit thing, but it's also a safe way for the kids to come and get a ton of candy in a short area.
Absolutely, yeah. The number of vehicles we have out here is it's pretty big. There's going to be a lot of sweet tooths taken care of tonight.
Yeah, because I know we've done it on the track before. We've done it over here before, and we had the haunted hallway over here. So we've moved it around quite a bit. We had haunted hallway over there, but it's a great event for Leander High School. It's a great event for all the kids. They dress up, and especially to see the little ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I like to see. I like to check out their costumes. So we're not going to have a long podcast tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about the game coming up. We're going to interview Coach Beef. We're going to interview some of the players and go from there. But this is a special event tonight, so we want to have the kids and the coaches as much time as possible.
Absolutely. Glad the weather is nice, and
it is a great evening. We're here. So we want to thank, once again, Sharks Burger and Marcos.
Yes.
It's back here, and the kids will be eating. They're eating right now, some of them. But so let's get to the game this weekend. Friday, Cedar Park. Enough said.
Yeah, enough said. Yes, sir.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's obviously the longest rivalry in Leander ISD, with the first two schools in Leander ISD coming together to play this game here on Friday. It's a big thing for the kids. It's a big thing for the community. We're excited about it. I know, I'm sure they're excited about it as well on their side of town. And so, this is going to be a good week for us. We had an opportunity to get some guys back, get some guys healthy. We've, dealt with some strange things here in the last couple of weeks, so to speak. And, it's be great for our guys to get out and play this game, especially our seniors. It's the last time you get to play against Cedar Park, something you've been doing since you were in middle school. So
yeah,
we're all excited about it.
Yeah, because I know, we both coached a lot of the kids growing up through LYFA or even before that.
Yeah.
And they had the Leander team, the Cedar Park teams, and they battled year after year just since they were little, go to middle school, and now they're here. And a lot of them are friends, and they have these rivalries. They like each other, but hey, you want to win.
Yeah, absolutely. It's bragging rights for a calendar year for both groups. And so, like I said, I know our kids are excited about it. Go through the season, and that's one that you're looking at on the schedule to find out where that game is, where it falls. And so you try not to look past everybody else thinking about this one. So it's finally here, and we're ready to go.
So let's talk about that. We had the flu bug and the injury bug over the past, seems like 3 or 4 weeks, and it's taken an effect on the team. How are we going into Cedar Park?
Yeah, we're a lot healthier than we have been the last couple of weeks, which is always good. I want to commend all of our kids, dealing with all of that stuff. There were kids that, couldn't do it, and we totally understand. And I know there were also some kids that tried to fight through it, and, it's just tough. I, I even had the flu, and so it's just a tough thing to kind of try to deal with, but they always fought through it, communicated with us well, kept us, informed on what was going on, and we're just happy to have a lot of them back this week.
And that's tough because I think at one point even the band had like a third out because of the flu.
Yeah,
And you want to be there for the team as a player and you want to play, but then again, if you're not even feeling well,
Right.
are you even going to help the team or going to hurt the team by being out there? And that's the dilemma that you go in. You don't want to get anyone else sick,
Right.
obviously. You don't want to spread it around, but you want to play.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
And especially with other injuries. I mean, people are dinged up and people are hurt and they're out for a couple weeks. They want to come back. Go through that process. If someone's been out for a couple weeks, what does it take going through the trainers or the doctors to get them healthy, to get them back on the field? Walk us through that.
Yeah, our trainers are awesome. Coach Henderson and Coach Martinez, they do a really good job with our guys and all the athletic programs here. It starts with making sure that you're communicating with us if you are injured, and our guys have done a good job with that all year long. And we start with morning treatments, 7 a.m. every morning. It's always open to kind of get those guys back going in the recovery phase. Hopefully it's not anything too serious. If it is, we do have some great team doctors that work with us and have been with us for a few years. And it's a coordination between, our athletic trainers and the team doctors and the coaching staff to make sure that everybody's toeing the line on kind of what a kid needs to recover. And like I said, the part that's hard is you are a kid and you do want to play. There's some frustration there, but our kids have really done a good job this year if they're dealing with that, of getting in, getting the treatment, seeing doctors when they need to, following their PT, and then communicating with us.
Is the hardest part maybe the parents?
you know,
Hey, get out there and play. And it's like, he can't play.
Yeah.
Get him out there and play. No, he can't play. I mean,
Yeah, some of those conversations I'm sure have more with our athletic trainers and the doctors than necessarily with us. Our parents do a good job of also communicating with
and
us.
they have to. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to communicate with them.
We have a lot of our guys would try to sneak and say nothing's hurt, but our parents know what's going on, and they get those kids to us if it's necessary.
And you want to keep them healthy
Absolutely.
because, hey, football season's short.
Yeah.
An injury could last a really, really long time, if not permanent. So you've got to be
Absolutely.
careful about that. So what are your plans for Halloween? Do you guys walk around the neighborhood? What do you guys do?
Yeah, we're going to get out in the neighborhood. It seems like it's different as a coach. Sometimes you have sub-varsity games on Halloween or a varsity game on Halloween, or you're working on Saturday on Halloween. So it kind of falls on maybe the best day it can fall for me. So we'll get out in the neighborhood and walk around and try to gather as much candy as we can. I'm sure we're going to stop at all of these trucks tonight.
Oh, yeah,
Get some more,
definitely.
so
Yep. Well, thanks, Coach. I don't need to say any more than we're playing Cedar Park.
absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Let's get
Look
it.
forward
Let's
to
go.
this.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach Beef.
So we've got in the background, you can probably hear the band. They've got them playing. And while we're doing that, before Coach Beef steps up, let's thank our gold sponsors, Leander Athletic Club, Blue Bottom Pools, Quality Moving and Storage, and our silver sponsors, ATX Appraisal, BB Shine's Car Wash, Shelf Electrical Services, JT Reisdorf State Farm Insurance Agent, and Randall's on Lakeline. And we'll get to our Lion Nation sponsors in a bit. So if Coach Beef is here, there he is.
Hey,
Thanks for joining us. Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
So talk to Coach Price. You big on Halloween or not a big fan?
Oh, I like to sleep now. But with 3 kids at home, they want to get out. So,
How old are they?
so we got a freshman, 7th grader, and 4th grader.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some are still into the Halloween.
Some are still in.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one acts like he's not, but
Yeah.
everything starts going and say, "Oh, hey, what can I do with this?"
Well, that's great. So you've been around this trunk or treat before. How are the kids? Are they excited about it? Is that something they like to do?
Yeah,
Players?
get out here. I mean, it gives them a chance to kind of see what's coming up and have fun with the young ones in the neighborhood. And I think it's good as far as community building and get everybody excited about coming to Leander. So,
Yeah, definitely. And we'll see more and more of the costumes coming out here tonight.
almost definitely.
and this is going to be great. So let's talk about Cedar Park.
Okay.
We talked with Coach Price, said enough said, let's go. Talk about their team, talk about their defense, talk about their offense. What are we looking to see with them?
Well, I think they're coming off a couple of highs. They've had some success and put some things together.
Well,
So
they struggled early.
yeah, and so it's Cedar Park. They've got their tradition, and they kind of know what they need to get to and where they need to be, and we just got to match with it. And so, they're a good team. They play hard, and so it's not much you're gonna want out of your kids other than just play hard and execute the plan.
So what type of threats do you see on offense? Running the ball, throwing the ball. What do you think their strengths are? Just looking at them overall.
If you're not paying attention to kind of how they line up and where they put people, they can sneak somebody past you. So, if we're not communicating with each other and kind of calling out where everybody's at, they can throw you some fits. As far as, kind of getting off, they got a running back that if you give him some space, he'll go. They got some guys on the edge that if you're not, running with them step for step, they'll make some plays and catch some passes. So,
Yep.
kind of their big thing is looking to slip somebody out the back while they're going one way, and they'll slip somebody out the other way. And so, yeah, again, if you're not talking and not matching up and seeing who you're supposed to have, they can cause you some nightmares.
Yeah, you got to do your job and not try and do someone else's job.
Correct. You got your one out of 11. You got to do your 111.
That's right. So looking ahead, I mean, I know it's a strength and conditioning. You've had some injuries,
Yep.
and the injury bug has hit some people and some things like that. How do you deal with that as not only a coach, but as strength and conditioning to get these guys back up to speed?
Well, really, kind of at this point in the season, we've really dropped the volume as far as what we're doing. It's more just trying to stay where we're at, and so intensity stays up, but as far as the pure volume on the body, it comes down.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of take a coach's eye and look and see how the guys reacted and what they're doing, and if we need to change some things up, we change some things up, and whether that's more mobility work and less actual under the bar, then so be it. Because the big game is what counts now is Friday and Thursday and Friday night, not so much what we're doing in the weight room right now.
Yep. Get them through the week and let's play.
That's it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So looking ahead, this is going to be the seniors. They've got a couple more games.
That's it.
Have they talked about that? Have you as coaches talked about that? Senior season, this is what it is. You got Cedar Park. I'm sure there's been some of those discussions.
Yeah, you only have so many chances to do something against a team in
Yep.
high school. It's either it's you've had 1 year to do something on varsity, or you've had some of these kids have had 3 years to do something against this team on varsity, and now's your last chance. So you've either seize it or you don't.
Yeah. No, that's great. So you planning on walking around the neighborhood on Halloween, or you guys stay in the house, or what do you guys normally do?
Oh, let's see, Monday night. So we'll have my daughter's last volleyball game over at Running Brushy, and then I'm sure when we get back, the chance will be, hey, let's go walk the neighborhood. So we'll go walk the neighborhood.
Well, good. Well, I'll let you get out here with these guys and check out all the costumes and help the players. But hey, thanks for
Sounds
coming
good.
tonight. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good luck this Friday.
Oh, take care.
All right. Let's talk with our Lion Nation sponsors, Austin Telco Federal Credit Union, Cole Drum at Edward Jones, Golden Chick, Hella Sports Construction, Pendleton Orthodontics, River City Construction and Design, Smoky Moe's Texas Barbecue, Texas Disposal Systems, and Bahama Bucks. Thank you very much for our sponsors. Once again, Sharksburger and Marcos sponsoring tonight, so we want to give them another shout out. And we're going to bring some of the seniors up. The first one we want to bring up is Matthew Burris. Where's Matthew Burris? Oh, I think I interrupted his meal. So we'll get him up here and we'll get him out quick and he can go back to eating. How are you? Great. So sorry for interrupting you back there eating. Let's get that down there. Okay, good. So tell us about the season. You were out for a couple weeks and came back.
Yeah, I was out because of a previous injury from last season. I re-aggravated it. So we decided it's better to sit out 2 games and come back and finish the season than just keep trying to force myself to play and be out for the rest of the season. But so far, I mean, I enjoy the way the season's going. I think the team that we have this year is we're more of a family than we have in the past. So it's been great so far.
Yeah, no, and we've seen that not only up in the box, but just talking with everyone. It seems that everyone's bought in, everyone's supporting each other. If someone's out, someone else is stepping up and really supporting the team, the players, the coaches, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Fighting together as a team, win or lose. Hey, you're a team. You win as a team, you lose as a team. So, talk about this season. I know you've been playing cornerback. You've been having a great season so far. I want to congratulate you on that.
Thank you.
You've had some interceptions, and you're out there on an island as a cornerback. Talk about that.
It's I don't know, it's a lot of stress, honestly. It's like if I make a little mistake and I get scored on, everyone sees my mistake. Compared to like being at a middle linebacker, you have your extra linebackers, you have the D line, you have your safeties that are going to come up. But at the same time, it's probably the most fun position in my opinion, just because ball's thrown deep, you make a play, everyone's looking at you, you know everyone's looking at you, so it's it's really just you got to be confident to play the position. You can't second guess yourself at all.
So, talk about everyone says you need to have a short memory. Something bad happens, you can't let it dwell on you because the next play it's going to maybe be worse. I mean, you've got to just say, hey, you've got to have confidence and say, let's go.
Yeah, no, 100%. Because like back in the Del Rio game, I got scored on, and I let it bother me for the rest of the first half, and that first half was probably the worst half I've ever played of football. And like all the coaches, of course, forget about it. It happens to everyone, but it's hard mentally to be like, oh, you know, everyone, it happens to everyone, so I should be okay with it. So it's really it's easier said than done.
Yep. You don't want to be overcritical where it affects your game. You don't want to repeat the same mistake, but you've got to be on your horse. You've got to be running with those guys. You got to come up and tackle. And, you know, heck, even some of the best in the pros, Deion Sanders, they get burned. They get beat every now and then. But hey, they come back strong. And I've seen you do that this whole season. So I just want to congratulate you on an outstanding season. You've been
Thank
had
you.
done a great job. So let's talk about last week. You went up, caught a reception. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so since we had Zane out, we needed that little randomness in our offense. Someone who could just go make one play, get the team's morale up really fast. And I just so happened to fit that. And I went, ran a post, caught it, and it really changed like the way the first half was going. Our offense was slow, and then after that, everyone started picking each other up. No one really doubted what we were doing, and it really like just that one play could change
Yeah,
the whole half.
one play can, and I saw a picture of it, and I think your feet are about that high off the ground. I mean, you really went up and made that catch. It was a great catch, and there's a great picture. I'm sure you've seen it.
Oh yeah, it's my wallpaper.
That's something you need to frame and put on your wall. And when you got kids down there, say, "Hey, that was me back in the day." Yep.
100%.
So let's talk about school. What kind of subjects do you like? What are your favorite types of classes?
Um, my favorite class is probably like graphic design. It's an easy class and it's all on the computer. Teacher's cool. She really doesn't like try to force me to do anything that I don't know how to do. Uh, but for core classes, I hate all my core classes.
So what do you want to do after your senior year? What are your thoughts? What are your plans? What do you want to do?
Well, if I get the opportunity to play at the next level, I'm obviously going to take it. But if not, then I plan on going to college and studying like kinesiology, sports science.
Have you just thought of any colleges that you want to look at? Or are you still applying and figure it out once all those applications come back?
Yeah, so far it's I plan on applying to Texas State and UTSA.
Okay, great. I was just down there not too long ago for a tailgate party down at Texas State. So it was nice. It was fun. So you got a couple games left. Senior year. What does it mean?
I mean, it means a lot. Uh, could possibly be my last games ever, and
Has it hit you yet?
no, it hasn't fully hit me yet. I still feel like I have a whole season ahead of me,
I mean,
but
it's amazing how quickly the season goes.
it's it's honestly amazing how fast 4 years went by.
Yep. So let's talk about Cedar Park.
Okay.
I don't think I need to hype it up any more than that, do I?
No. Uh, they're a great team, but we're also a great team. They have some players. I feel like we have more players who can go out and make a explosive play and change the whole effect of the game. Um, Obviously, they're just across, pretty much like across the street.
Yep.
We're friends with some of those guys. Um, but come game time, they're not our friends no more.
That's right. You can shake their hands after the game. That's
Yeah.
right. Then it's bragging rights after that. So, no, congratulations on a great season. I look forward to seeing you make a lot of plays on Friday against Cedar Park, and good luck.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
coming up.
Thank you for having me.
Matthew Burris. So one more time, let's thank our platinum sponsors, 5-Star Civil Construction, Funk.com, Plains Capital Bank, Right Fit Admissions Consulting, and our gold sponsors, Leander Athletic Club, Blue Bottom Pools, and Quality Moving and Storage. We also have our silver sponsors, ATX Appraisal, BB Shines Car Wash, Chelf Electrical Services, JT Reisdorf State Farm Insurance Agent, and Randall's on Lakeline. Sharksburger and Marcos, thank you tonight for supporting the boys. And our last interview, Aiden Salazar. Come on up.
What's up?
I've seen you a few times. How are you?
Just a little.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah.
So let's talk about Halloween. Let's talk about this. I mean, you've done this before. You've been out here before the trunk or treat.
Yeah.
Heck, you used to come up here when your older brother was here and when you were a little kid. This is a good time.
Yeah, it's good. Seeing everyone out here, all the familiar faces. I've been out here since I was young, just like you said. And it's just good being out here. So giving out candy to kids and everything. So
And look at all the little kids in their costumes, and they really enjoy it. I mean,
Yeah,
you see it in their eyes how special it is to them. And we'll let you guys loose here in a minute to go have fun with them. Let's talk about this Friday.
oh yeah,
Cedar Park.
Yeah, no one. I mean, I know we don't like them, but it'll be big if we can get a win this Friday. We got a couple guys coming back. We got Gordon and Wooldridge coming back this week, so we should be doing pretty good. We're a lot healthier than we were last week, and yeah.
So, as a receiver, what do you see on their defense?
They run a lot of. We've been watching film a lot. They run a lot of cover 2. They roll to cover 3 a lot, and they'll occasionally come down and play man. So we've been practicing all week. We got some plays for that, and yeah.
And you've done a great job this season making passes, getting those first downs. You almost had one, to break it in. I mean, I'm looking forward for you to score this week on Friday.
Yeah,
Let's get in there. Let's get in
I
the
got
end
one
zone.
last year against them. It felt pretty good.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get in the end zone this week too.
So, you also play baseball.
Yeah.
And we don't do those podcasts, but it's been fun watching you, play outfield for them, batting, football. Couple more games left in this football season. What does that mean to you? I mean, you've been playing football, and heck, I've been coaching you since you were little, and now it's coming up on your senior year. You've got a couple regular season games left. What does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing football for about since I could walk for about 11 years probably, and just having 2 games left, it's just like it's crazy to think that after this year maybe I'll never put a helmet on again. And so just going out with 2 wins would be a good feeling. So, yeah.
And so, as a two-sport athlete, after football, because you've done this over the past couple years, what's the transition like to get into the next sport? Do you have a couple weeks off? Do you get into strength and conditioning? Do you jump into another class? What do you usually do on those?
So baseball is also 4th period, so all the baseball guys will usually just go to the baseball period after, and until for the rest of the year we'll be in off season for baseball, so we'll be running a lot, lifting, and then by January, we'll get on the field and start hitting and getting ready for baseball season.
Well, great. So, what do you want to do after high school? What are your thoughts? What are your plans?
Honestly, I really don't know yet. I want to go to college. I'm not sure where or what to study yet, but I'm going to go.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Well, good. Well, I mean, as Mason and you have grown up and been basically best friends since y'all were old enough to walk and talk and run and go play in the ponds when the older brothers were playing baseball or football, then on those sports teams and watching you grow. I'm extremely proud of you.
Thank you, thank you.
And it's been a fun experience watching you grow and play. It's been fun to coach you in, baseball and t-ball and on football, basketball, and it's just been great watching you grow up from this to what you are now. And just want to say congratulations. Very proud of you.
Thank you.
And it's been fun watching. So, hey, let's get them on Friday. Let's get that team fired up. Let's get a win on against Cedar Park, and let's go from there.
Yeah, let's get a dub.
All right. Sounds great. Thanks, Aiden Salazar. All right. So that's our coaches show for tonight. We want to thank y'all for tuning in. It is Trunk or Treat here at Leander High School. We did it before the sun went down, Chuck, so that's great. We still have light. So if you're out there, come out and enjoy the festivities. We have a great time. So we have coming up Cedar Park Timberwolves at Gupton Stadium, October 28th. Be there. If you are unable to be at the game, definitely tune into the broadcast. And then after that, we have Eastview Patriots at home on November the 4th here at Bible Stadium, and that is senior night. So we want to thank everyone for tuning in. We'll see you guys on Friday. Thank you.